3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff on course.
On the early Corona mission attempts, if an airplane goes on a test flight and something malfunctions, the pilot can tell you about the malfunction. But in the case of a satellite, you fire the damn thing off and you never see it again. So you have to infer what went wrong. Then you make a fix, and if it fails again, you know you've inferred wrong. It was a most heartbreaking business. In the case of Corona, it went on and on.
I'm Frank Buzard. I was a colonel in the Air Force. I retired in '72. Okay, now I'm going to talk about, I guess I'll talk about a bunch of the early launches on Discoverer. And they're almost all failures. The first bird was on the pad in December '58. It was a mess. I've called it Discoverer 0. Discoverer 1 went off very well. Everything was just right. They announced that it was in orbit. It was never heard from. We looked all over for evidence that it was really in orbit. And we proved that it was, but I suspect that we proved that it was because we knew it was, and therefore we had to prove it. In reality, I suspect it didn't go into orbit. Okay, Discoverer 2. So, everybody's happy. It shows up over the tracking station. Everybody's delighted. Subsequent events lead me to believe, because we never again got a capsule until we made some changes to it, that it probably didn't come down. 3, we flew mice, and we killed them. 4, we were going to fly a monkey, and let me talk just a little bit about the monkey. They wanted the camera focused on the monkey's face to see what his facial reaction was when he went through the acceleration and all that, except that from the camera position, his belly got in the way and they couldn't see his face. So they put a mirror up here, aimed the camera at the mirror to look down at his face, and that made the monkey very unhappy, so he took his feces and smeared it on the mirror so it didn't bother him. Anyhow, we never flew a monkey. We had a variety of other problems. Even when we get a chance to pull the film through, it never gets through. Most of our problems, as a matter of fact, turn out to be human error. We sail along, and we get to Discoverer 11 in April of 1960. Everything is going great. Separate the capsule, hear nothing. So we put all this instrumentation on the capsule of Discoverer 12, and the damned Agena fails on launch. Everybody is terribly unhappy. We had airplanes out, we had ships out to track it and all this stuff, and it never goes into orbit. We launched Discoverer 13 on the 10th of August, and lo and behold, everything works perfectly. It came down almost precisely where it was supposed to come down, and the airplane that was supposed to catch it, instead of flying towards it, it flew a reciprocal bearing. It flew away from the capsule, and by the time it got back, it was in the water, right by a Navy ship, and it got picked up. On August the 18th, we launched Discoverer 14, which has film on board. And that's the first load of film ever brought back. And it is amazing, and everybody is just absolutely delighted. The photography was about 40-foot ground resolution, lots of photography, and there was more Russia covered in that 3,000 feet of film than in all of the U-2 flights put together.